If your car engine refuses to start, you don't just sit there staring at the dashboard, hoping the problem will magically fix itself. You pop the hood, check the battery, inspect the cables, maybe even give the starter a gentle tap to wake it up. Yet, when it comes to another engine in the body, the one that controls intimacy, confidence, and manhood, too many men simply ignore it when it struggles to start. They hope it will fix itself, blame it on stress, or pretend it's just age catching up. The truth is, sometimes the real issue is not in your head at all. It's in your muscles. And just like an old car can roar back to life when you tune the right parts, your erections can get stronger, faster, and more reliable when you target the right muscles. Today, we're diving into 4 incredibly simple stretches that you can do without leaving your bed. Stretches that can wake up your erection, boost your performance, and give you more control over your bladder than you thought possible. Introduction. Weak or slow erections are often misunderstood. Many men immediately think of testosterone levels, mood, or even emotional attraction when performance starts to falter. While those factors matter, there's another piece of the puzzle that is often overlooked: the muscles that sit quietly between your hips, lower back, and pelvic floor. These muscles are the unsung heroes of your sexual health. They don't just hold your bladder in check or help you walk upright. They play a direct role in drawing blood into your manhood and keeping it there. Science backs this up. Research published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine found that pelvic floor muscle training improved erectile function in nearly 40% of men suffering from erectile dysfunction, without the use of pills or medical devices. Another study revealed that men who regularly engaged in hip and lower back mobility exercises reported firmer erections, improved control, and even increased satisfaction in intimate moments. This is because these stretches don't just make you flexible, they improve blood flow, reduce tension, and train your nervous system to relax when it matters most. In short, when your muscles are free, your performance is free. And that's exactly what we're about to unlock. Cobra stretch, the circulation starter. Picture a cobra rising from the ground, chest lifted high, poised, and ready. The cobra stretch mimics that exact movement, but instead of striking prey, you're striking down stiffness and sluggish blood flow. You start by lying flat on your stomach, placing your palms firmly under your shoulders. With a slow, deliberate push, you raise your chest, arching your back while keeping your hips pressed into the surface beneath you. As your spine lengthens and your abdominal wall stretches, you can almost feel the blood rushing to areas that have been dormant for too long. This stretch is a favorite among yoga practitioners, not just because it looks graceful, but because it stimulates circulation to the pelvic region and improves spinal alignment. 2 critical factors for erectile health. I remember speaking with a 52-year-old yoga instructor who swore that his morning Cobra routine didn't just keep his back pain away. It reignited what he jokingly called his morning flag. His wife noticed it too, and let's just say they both had reasons to keep the habit going. The Cobra stretch works because it doesn't just target the muscles you can see, it opens deep tissue layers, freeing arteries and veins that carry life-giving blood to the parts of your body that matter most. Stir the pot, the mobility maker. If your hips are like a rusty door hinge, every movement becomes limited, slow, and uncoordinated. Stir the pot is the stretch that oils those hinges. You begin by lying on your back, perhaps with a pillow under you for comfort. You pull your knees toward your chest, holding them gently but firmly. Then you rotate your knees in a wide circular motion, as if stirring an enormous pot of soup. The movement is slow and intentional, almost hypnotic. Why does this help with erections? Because it relaxes the muscles and ligaments around your hips and lower spine, releasing the grip they have on the blood vessels that feed your pelvic region. This movement also stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and relax mode of the body, which is exactly the state you need to be in for natural arousal to occur. I once worked with a man in his late 40s who suffered from constant tension in his lower back. He said intimacy felt like trying to start a car with the handbrake on. After adding this simple hip rotation to his daily routine, he found that not only was his back looser, but his ability to get and maintain an erection improved dramatically. "It's like my body finally remembered how to switch gears," he told me. Hip opener, stretch. The sitting problem solver. We live in a world that traps us in chairs. Hours spent at desks, behind the wheel, or lounging on couches compress the hips and choke off circulation to the lower body. Over time, this constant pressure weakens the very pathways that deliver blood to the penis. The hip opener stretch is your way of reversing that damage. Sitting on your bed, you bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees drop outward. You hold your ankles and gently lean forward, feeling the pull in your inner thighs and hips. At first, the stretch might feel uncomfortable, even stubborn. But with each passing second, your muscles begin to surrender, making space for freer movement and better blood flow. I recall a client, a 35-year-old office worker, who had resigned himself to thinking his slowing performance was just age. After all, he wasn't overweight, he exercised occasionally, and his relationship was solid. But when we assessed his posture, it became clear. Years of sitting had tightened his hips to the point where blood flow was compromised. Within 2 weeks of adding the hip opener stretch to his nightly routine, he reported a noticeable difference. "I'm faster, stronger, and honestly, I didn't realize how much sitting had stolen from me," he said. "That's the power of releasing the hips. It's not just about flexibility, it's about reclaiming function." Happy baby stretch, the tension reliever. Yes, the happy baby stretch looks playful, even silly. But it is one of the most effective tension relievers for your lower body. You lie on your back, pull your knees toward your chest, and grab the outside edges of your feet. From here, you gently draw your knees toward your armpits, feeling your lower back flatten and your hips open. There's something almost childlike about the position, and that's the point. It puts your body in a state of complete surrender, allowing every muscle in your lower body to release. This stretch is particularly powerful for men who carry stress in their hips and lower back. When these areas are tense, they can signal the body to stay in fight or flight mode, which directly interferes with sexual arousal and performance. The happy baby pose signals to the nervous system that it's safe to relax, and in relaxation, performance thrives. I once spoke with a man who incorporated this stretch into his bedtime routine. At first, he felt awkward, but within a month, not only did his erections improve, his sleep deepened, and his lower back pain nearly vanished. "I didn't realize how much my muscles were holding on to," he said. "This stretch let them, and me, finally let go." The benefits of these stretches for erections and overall health. When most men think about improving erections, their minds jump to supplements, medications, or quick fixes. But these 4 stretches address the root cause for many: blood flow, muscle flexibility, and nerve activation in the pelvic and lower body region. The benefits go far beyond just sexual performance. They impact overall health, mobility, and confidence. 1. Improved blood circulation to the pelvic region. One of the main reasons these stretches are so effective is that they directly target blood flow to the pelvic area. Erections are, at their core, a matter of circulation. When arteries are compressed by tight muscles or restricted hip movement, the flow of oxygen-rich blood to the penis is reduced. The Cobra stretch, for example, opens the abdominal wall and lengthens the front of the pelvis, which allows the iliac arteries, the main blood highways to the lower body, to expand freely. As circulation improves, more blood can enter the erectile tissue, resulting in firmer and faster erections. This increased blood flow also nourishes surrounding tissues, improving sensitivity and responsiveness during intimacy. Second, strengthening and activating the pelvic floor muscles. The pelvic floor muscles, often ignored by men, play a critical role in erectile function. They act like a trapdoor, helping to hold blood in the penis during arousal. When these muscles are weak or underused, erections can become softer and fade quickly. Stretches like the happy baby pose and hip opener indirectly engage and release these muscles, helping them fire more effectively. Research published in the British Journal of Urology International has shown that men who engage their pelvic floor regularly can see significant improvement in erectile hardness and endurance within just a few weeks. Stronger pelvic floor muscles also mean better bladder control, reducing the chances of leaks and improving confidence both in and out of the bedroom. Third, releasing hip and lower back tension. Modern lifestyles often involve long hours of sitting at desks, in cars, or in front of screens. This compresses the hips, tightens the hip flexors, and stiffens the lower back. Tightness in these areas not only reduces mobility, but also restricts the nerves and blood vessels that feed the pelvic region. The stir the pot stretch is especially useful here, as it mobilizes the hips and relaxes the muscles of the lower back. By freeing these areas, you're effectively removing the kinks in the system, allowing signals from the brain to travel to the penis without interference and ensuring blood can flow freely when needed. The beauty of these stretches is that you can do them without ever leaving your bed. You don't need gym equipment, you don't need an instructor, and you don't need more than 10 minutes. The key is consistency. Do them first thing in the morning to wake up your body, or at night to release the day's tension. And here's the twist. Erectile strength is not just about sex, it's a reflection of your overall health. If you can keep blood flowing freely to one of the most sensitive parts of your body, it means you're keeping it flowing freely everywhere. These stretches are not just about intimacy, they're about vitality, confidence, and longevity. So start tonight, not next week, not someday, because your body and your life are waiting for you to show up. Kinaldy, like, share, comment where you are watching Form, and don't forget to subscribe.